Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I think one of the greatest honors of my life was becoming a Descendants fan and getting to meet all of you guys, and it was cool for you guys too because I was an IT tech, so I knew how to do these reaction videos, I knew how to use OBS Studio, I knew how to make authentic thumbnails, so I think one of the best things that ever happened in the Descendants niche was the day Jonathan Clarke became a fan of Descendants. Kind of like 15 years ago, how Jonathan Clarke one day woke up and became the biggest Hannah Montana supporter in the world, and I began giving Miley Cyrus praise when other people were criticizing her, and I found the same thing was happening with Descendants years later. So many girls were showing up at my door dressed up as their favorite Descendants characters, inspiring me to create a Descendants and Zombies podcast. And I took it under advisement for a number of years and finally got around to doing it after I moved into this house, and I've never looked back since, and I've had no regrets. I want to say thank you to everybody for inspiring me to come back and bringing me back from out of obscurity, because sometimes obscurity is a really scary place because you don't know what direction your life is headed in, because your career wasn't really going the way that you wanted it to or intended it to when you were a radio show host or a YouTuber years ago. For those of you who are new here, I've been on YouTube for a very long time, and I've talked about a lot of different niches such as video games, movies, TV, entertainment in general, professional wrestling. I was a professional wrestling podcast host for a number of years, and I've been on every professional wrestling podcast on the internet. Every single one of them. But I have never had the greatest honor out of every honor that I've had bestowed upon me and given to me in my life. I've never had this kind of a experience, and one that I know that I will never ever forget. You know, my greatest dream was to always go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. And I don't know more than I ever have that I will because of each and every one of you. One does not become the greatest of all time overnight. One does not become the greatest of all time because he wants to become the greatest of all time. They become the greatest of all time because of the love and support that they are shown and they are given and the chance they are taken on by the fans. And you guys have loved me ever since the very first video that was uploaded on this YouTube channel when I promised you that I was going to make you a bunch of Descendants and Zombies videos, and I can't thank you enough for that. I honestly don't know where I'd be tonight without each and every one of you, honestly, because 51,000 views is incredible to put up on this YouTube channel. 51,000 views is amazing. It's a milestone, and that means now we're on the way to 100,000 views, and I don't know where I'd be without you. Thank you guys so much for always being here for me and always trusting in my analogies of Descendants and Zombies, because I know that a lot of critics out there are there to criticize your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars, and I just want to put a stop to that. I want to talk about Descendants and Zombies for what it's worth. I want to present the content for what it was meant to be presented, and just shy away from the criticism, because I think that a lot of fans have been left broken-hearted because of people's opinions of Descendants and Zombies not really delivering what they wanted. I mean, people click on these thumbnails all the time, and they expect to hear nice things about their favorite Descendants and Zombie stars, which you deserve. I mean, I'm not criticizing anybody for the Descendants videos. I don't choose to do that, but I think you deserve far better than what you've been hearing. I mean, if you're a fan of Ruby Rose Turner, if you're a fan of Kylie Control, I'm here to tell you, I don't see anything wrong with that. I've loved Kylie Control from her very first YouTube video that was uploaded on our YouTube channel, Hello Kylie. That was her nickname years ago, was Hello Kylie. And I remember her being so full of life and so excited to talk about shows like Sam and Cat, which I was a huge fan of. I used to stay up really late at night to catch repeat airings of Sam and Cat. And when the news broke that Sam and Cat was no longer going to be produced because Jeanette McCurdy and Ariana Grande couldn't get along on the set of Sam and Cat for Nickelodeon, I was heartbroken. I was devastated because I was a huge fan of Sam and Cat. I was originally a fan of Ariana Grande on Victorious. I thought she was going to be a superstar, and my analogy of Ariana Grande was pretty accurate. You know, I praised a lot of stars over the years, Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus, and I praised them because I knew they had something special, and I knew they were going to entertain millions of people and come off as inspirations for people. So I saw that same kind of accolade and contributions from Kylie Control because she wanted nothing more than to be a star in the Descendants franchise. She wanted nothing more than to star in a spin-off series of High School Musical, and she had the opportunity to do that. She did a Zoom audition, as I spoke on here earlier, for the role of Descendants with about 50 Disney executives, and she won that honor hands down because they went through about 500 different audition tapes. And Kylie Control, because of her inspirations that she drew from being a fan of Disney all of her lifetime, you know, really allowed her to excel beyond the expectations of everybody. And I think that her criticism that she has received has a lot to do with jealousy, because because a lot of people envy her for wanting to be in that same position she is in. And I think that for Kylie Cantrell's tears, I think they've been really wasted on things that they don't really need to be wasted on, but it just goes to show how emotional Kylie Cantrell is after having so many honors bestowed upon her. And it really broke my heart last year when I saw her crying on videos because she couldn't understand why her fans felt the way that they did about her because of some comments she had made, how she referred to her fans as cuties, very ridiculous reasons why her fans were receiving criticism for her. And I really felt for Kylie. My heart went out to Kylie, and my heart continues to go out to Kylie, and my heart goes out to anybody who may have been a part of this franchise, who parted ways with it because of the criticism they were faced with, how their characters seemed like they had no purpose anymore. My heart really goes out to Ruby, too, because I miss Ruby being a part of Descendants, and for the life of me, I don't know how they're going to do Descendants 5 without Ruby. They produced it with Liamani Segura coming in to replace her, referring to her as a mini Bridget, which I found to be very disrespectful. But the thing was, with the times, we've changed with the times, and I think this new Descendants cast really deserved more of a chance than what they were given. And the support and the love that you've outpoured for Descendants and Zombies, outshines any amount of criticism that these critics on YouTube, these big-time YouTube creators, could ever throw the way of people like Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner and Malia Baker, because all they ever wanted was a chance. And they saw that chance in all of us, and all they ever wanted to do was bring this franchise back to life after a 5-year hiatus. And I have a lot of respect for them for that, because I was a big fan of Descendants and Zombies. I'm just like you. I see nothing wrong with a girl believing that she too can fall in love with a zombie for forever and always and stand the test of time. I see nothing wrong with second chances or someone finding acceptance in their own life when they couldn't before Descendants and Zombies. Because this world was really lost before Descendants and Zombies showed up and had a profound impact on all of our hearts. I know for sure, while I can't speak for other critics out there, I had my life changed because of Descendants and Zombies. I was given a second chance. I was given a chance of believing that hope really existed, because you guys became my hope and you became my light in the darkness. You gave me a reason to put on my headset again and start producing podcasts when I thought I had told my story and completed it many years ago, because I was podcasting before many of you were ever born. I am a legend if there ever was one, and I know I will go down in history for being a legend for having talked about Descendants and Zombies, and I've talked about it and I've provided commentaries for a lot of different niches. But I have never had so much fun in all my lifetime talking about something as powerful as Descendants and Zombies with a profound impact that it's had on all of our lives. And here's the thing about Descendants and Zombies. Descendants and Zombies is compared to High School Musical and Hannah Montana, genres and niches of the past. But I think that this niche is definitely in a class of its own. It's definitely on another level, and it's definitely higher up there than Hannah Montana and High School Musical ever got to. Yes, High School Musical and Hannah Montana reached the heights of superstardom, and Miley Cyrus went down in history for being the youngest and greatest Disney legend of all time for her inspirational ways and her messages. But I think that if there is a new Disney legend to be described or to really be put out there, I think that Descendants and Zombies is definitely one that is going to go down in history for the annals of time and the profound impact it's had on all of our hearts, because more people are friends now, more people believe in each other, more people are encouraging each other because of Descendants and Zombies. I mean, the very first question when you meet a girl now that you're never friends with or never met before in your life is, are you a fan of Descendants and Zombies? And some of the most beautiful friendships in the world are created and spun off of Descendants and Zombies because of your interests and the passions that you share in. I got to meet all of you because of Descendants and Zombies. Before all of you, I had no subscribers on this YouTube channel. I became a superstar overnight because of you. I mean, I would just be the host of a show talking about this niche with no support, but because of you, people know who Jonathan Clarke is. More people know who Jonathan Clarke is ever before. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that, because a lot of people knew who I was, but not as many as do know. And that's because of you. Because of every time you hit the subscribe button, because of how you hit the like button, because of you, this YouTube channel has almost achieved over 3,000 subscribers and its latest accolade, over 2,000 plus watch hours. That's insane. I can never put into words, seemingly enough, how much I appreciate each and every one of you, because that's what separates me from every other YouTube creator out there, is how I share in this passion for Descendants and Zombies and how I believe in it so much. Because Descendants and Zombies is something that definitely changed all of our lives. It gave us a new perspective on life and how to perceive life. I mean, more people are kinder now. More people are saying they love you to their friends. More people are believing in relationships actually lasting. And that's something that's very valuable about a girl these days. A girl watches Descendants and Zombies and she too feels inspired to be kind. And there are more kind people in this world. The world that I thought one time had no kind people in it, honestly. There were kind people in the world, but I didn't see kindness being spread enough. I didn't see enough kind people. in this lifetime. I never encountered enough of them. I know they exist out there, but because of Descendants and Zombies, and because I believe there was never enough kind words said in this world, I never thought there was enough kindness seen or enough kind people. Descendants and Zombies has allowed us the opportunity to start believing in that again, a world that actually where everybody could coexist, like how in Zombies, a zombie and a werewolf and an alien could coexist in one town that was prided by so many legendary characters of supernatural abilities. That's truly unbelievable how Disney really came into its own off the Marvel multiverse stuff being introduced, and then Zombies, of course, a horror sci-fi musical. It was beautiful. And I remember watching the premiere of Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, and thinking this was the greatest chapter of zombies I had ever seen in my life. The best zombies movie of the four of them was Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, because the script got better. It was far more detailed. The music was unbelievable with a Hannah Montana camp rock kind of vibe. It really brought it to life in a way that I never ever thought zombies would get to. Definitely brought it to a point that I never thought zombies was going to get to. You know, I think that Zombies is definitely a movie that has received its fair share of criticism. There's no doubt about that. But I think that in light of all its criticism it's received, it's been overshadowed by your love and support for Zombies, for your love for songs like Legends in the Making, which was a very powerful way to open up that movie. It got me to thinking about how all of my life, all I've ever wanted is to go down in history for being a legend. I don't know if I ever will go down in history for being a legend, but I know for sure you guys are going to make that happen for me with how many times you hit the like and the subscribe button, because that's all I've ever wanted to do. That's been my greatest dream, is to go down in history for being a legend, for being a podcast host, for being a YouTuber for over 25 years. This has been an incredible journey that you girls have got me on. I'm really happy I discovered the passion of Descendants and Zombies. I have no regrets for talking about Descendants and Zombies and creating a show devoted solely to Descendants and Zombies. Descendants of the past, Zombies of the past, and now of the future, which I'm really excited about, because we've still got a long way to go with these stories, because these stories are far from over, and I'm just really excited to be here providing you commentary on it, because I think that never enough good things are said about Descendants and Zombies. I really don't. So what I want to do for you today is I want to do a reaction video for the Rise of RedTrailer, which was released in 2024. This is actually a really cool trailer. I've done a reaction video for this before, but because I have a lot of new subscribers, I will do it again for you. I love doing reaction videos, and I find when people do reaction videos, they don't really do their best to really, illustrate what this is supposed to be about. They don't really be excited about doing it. They just say how they feel about it, and they upload the video on YouTube, and they get thousands of subscribers and thousands of likes for their criticism. I never ever wanted to do that. If I was going to do a reaction video for Descendants, I wanted to talk about Descendants in a way that you would run away from this YouTube channel saying, this guy really appreciates Descendants and Zombies. He loves Descendants and Zombies just as much as what I do, and that's why I'm going to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Not because he jumps on his show every morning and he feels the need to criticize Descendants and Zombies for its overwhelming popularity, which has captivated millions. I know it's captivated millions because thousands of people have subscribed to this YouTube channel. I have thousands of girls who are subscribed to this YouTube channel who love to dance to the Descendants music and the songs. They memorize all the lyrics of the songs. They want the Descendants dolls and the merchandise. They want to be a part of the immersive experience which was the Worlds Collide tour. They believe in Red. They believe in Mal. They believe in Evie. They believe in Chloe. They believe in Bridget. So because you do, I don't deserve to come on here and criticize it, and that's never what I wanted to do. I wanted to win over all of your hearts. And I like to believe that I did that some way or somehow. I like to believe that I did win over your hearts. I don't know how I was able to do it, but some way or somehow we reached a mutual bond and a mutual understanding over Descendants and Zombies. I don't know how it happened. It happened overnight. One morning I woke up with 1,000 subscribers. It started at 500, and then it went from 500 to 1,000. Thank you so much for that, and now we're nearly up to 3,000 subscribers with over 51,000 views and over 2,800 watch hours as of this morning. Those statistics really blow my mind, and I can't even believe it. I have to look at it a second time to really put it in perspective, but the analytics on YouTube don't lie. This is incredible, and I have so much fun being here for each and every one of you. I want Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker to know that I will forever love them just as you will, and if they don't find support anywhere else, they know they will have support with us, because we are Descendants and Zombies fans for forever and always, and that support is going nowhere. And I have a lot to say where Descendants and Zombies goes in the way of commentaries, reaction videos, so I think you're going to have a whole lot of fun and really appreciate being subscribed to this unbelievable YouTube channel. It is the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel on the internet, on YouTube right now, and it is because so many people love Descendants and Zombies, and I can see why, because of the powerful messages, because of the powerful music, because of the powerful script, how we don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next. And thank you guys so much for just giving me a second chance to commentate. Thank you guys so much for bringing me back from out of nowhere. When I felt as if all hope was lost and I couldn't make sense of my own life, at least I knew I had each and every one of you, which really meant the world to me. And I just love being here, talking about Descendants and Zombies for each and every one of you. So we're going to jump right into this reaction video, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun. It's been a while since I recorded a reaction video for the trailer for The Rise of Red, but I remember when this movie first premiered, and I was so excited about it because it's been a 5-year hiatus since the original Descendants had premiered on July 31st, 2015. And I was so excited about it, like all of you. All of you were posting countdown videos on your YouTube channel. So many fans were excited about it, and they had reason to be. You guys didn't deserve to be criticized for being fans of Descendants and Zombies, and I just wanted to take that away from you. So after I moved into this house, I launched this YouTube channel. We bonded, and we've been friends ever since, and I can't thank you enough for all the love and support you have shown this YouTube channel. And we are going to watch this reaction video now, and we are going to have a whole lot of fun reviewing this trailer, because even though it only runs for 2 minutes and 21 seconds, I do love this trailer so much, and you're probably going to see a lot more reaction videos in due time, over time, on this YouTube channel pertaining to this trailer, because it is a beautiful trailer, and it's probably one of the best Descendants trailers that I've seen in a really long time. It got you hyped up for this leading up to the premiere of The Rise of Red, and I can see why. I think it was July 12th, 2024 this premiered, was it not? And everybody was so excited about it. Unreal.
What's my name? What's my name?
That's Uma, one of the only ones to reprise her role. The remix was beautiful of that song.
My first order of business
she is.
Will be making sure all the kingdoms are welcome, even Wonderland.
She opened up the door for so much consequence of time travel.
This is for Princess Red.
I love how she just handed the invitation.
I have been waiting years to be invited back.
You said that Oridon is the worst.
Oridon is far from the worst. Oridon is one of the most unpredictable places ever.
Put on something respectable.
I've always wanted to drive a side-by-side for a rabbit hole. I've always wanted to take myself up on the opportunity to do that, even though the rabbit hole was closed for years.
It's like over there. You should come sometime. I'll introduce you to the Jabberwocky. What's a Jabberwocky? A monster that eats annoying girls.
I don't know if I've ever encountered a Jabberwocky. I think I would kick the ass of one if I saw one. I love how our army was in her carriage.
Well, acting like you've never seen a
so many unpredictable things happened in this movie, even though it was only 90 minutes.
I will never kneel to a tyrant.
Off with her! It's gonna be okay.
No matter how hard Cloud Control tried to be in this movie, she could not be evil.
This is a time machine.
She could stand up for herself, but she could never be evil. Does it look like I'm
joking? We can go back. Save our mom.
Obviously, that's a time machine. Whoa!
Where are we? Not where. When?
I love the setup for the Merlin Academy. That was beautiful.
From Wonderland?
Oh, there she is!
That's
my favorite star.
I can't believe my mom
franchise.
used
Bridget
to
is
actually
always
be
my
nice.
favorite star.
We have to make sure that she stays that way.
Her kindness blows my mind.
She's Ursula's baby sister.
There's Juliana.
Sure.
So devious.
My mom turns
Over
into
13 characters, I think, were premiered in that music video for Life is Sweeter When You Wear It.
Listen, Squidface.
And if you only have one chance, you've got to make every moment count.
Maybe it was.
You gotta be so calculated.
I should warn you, when you alter the fabric of time, there can be consequences.
The designers did a fabulous job bringing this to life, and everything that was CGI'd for was beautiful, blows my mind. I must have watched this movie like 100 times.
Is that the looking glass? What's it do? It shows you the future. Have you looked? No. Why would I want to spoil a surprise? I'm sure it'll be wonderful.
I think it would be more than what you expect, Ruby, perhaps more than what you bargained for. But having said that, I don't know if I'd want to know what the future has in store. And sometimes the more we think about it, it's a good thing that we don't know what the future has in store, because if we did know what the future had in store, I think we would make a lot of life-changing decisions for our life. So perhaps us not knowing what the future has in store, and for us to be skeptical on the future, is probably best, because if we knew what the future had in store, how would we live our lives, and what would we change about what we're currently doing? That's the age-old question, because the thing about time is nothing lasts forever, and time eventually runs out. But I am here to encourage you that time does have a chance of lasting for forever, and forever does actually exist, because I think that a lot of people are just discouraging your hopes of that ever happening. While that may not be true, I mean, I've never ever believed in taking away the hopes and dreams of a child, believing that happily ever after does exist, much less anyone for that matter. So if you could take a moment to hit my subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. Give me a moment to switch back over to the other program, and we will close this thing out with, as always, a few final thoughts. The thing about time is nothing lasts forever, and time always runs out. So what we do with the time that we are allocated, that's up to us. And I think that if many of us had our time back, we would go back in time and tell more people that are in our lives that we love them. We would probably fix a lot of the mistakes that we've made, because God knows I am far from perfect, and if I was in possession of a pocket watch, I would probably go back in time perhaps just to fix some of those mistakes and tell more people in my life just how much I love them, because I often wonder sometimes if the people in my life really know how much I appreciate them, because sometimes our actions speak louder than our words, and that's what the Rise of Red has taught us, and that's why we're all here. Because we are fans of the Rise of Red. We're excited about Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland. I'm really excited for next summer, because this time next summer we'll be counting down the hours, the minutes, and literally the seconds to the premiere of Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland. And I'm happy to be along for the ride on this incredible journey that you girls have had me on for seemingly forever as your voice of Descendants and Zombies. So I've got one final video coming up later on tonight just before sunset about Descendants or Zombies, either or will be talked about tonight. I don't know what one yet, but we'll talk about either Descendants or Zombies in one final video, which I'm inviting you to join me for on this YouTube channel, because this has been an incredible journey that you girls have had me on for what feels like forever, and I just love being a part of it, and I hope you come along for the ride by hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, and ringing the bell to stay up to date with notifications on this YouTube channel, because this has been the greatest honor of my life to be able to provide you with commentaries and analogies about the franchises you love so much, Descendants and Zombies. So be it. If it's a 4-year wait for Zombies 5, then 4 years it will be. If it's a 1-year wait for Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland, 1 year it will be, and a year full of videos and a lot of exciting predictions to be made and a lot of discussion to be derived from it, and I'm just really happy to be a part of it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye YouTube. We will talk again in just a few hours from now, but always remember that kindness never goes far enough in this world, so the best way to be is to be kind to one another, because life is sweeter when all of us are.